Welcome all, and we are going to start a new chapter today. It is about authenticity by design, how we can rewire ourselves to have the authenticity identity layer. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, so let's start today's discussion. Give me 1 second. So this example that is demonstrated here in the infographics is about Southwest Airlines. So Southwest Airlines did not just want to fly a plane. Their true cause was to be the champion for the common man. That is why their why statement was very clear to them. Okay. To bring this belief to life, they had to be highly disciplined in their action. They made sure their flights were cheap, fun, and simple. Because they were so consistent, people completely trusted them and become fiercely loyal. So here actually two keywords we have covered so far: consistency and clarity. So clarity, consistency, and the discipline which makes the process to be ultra transparent. That is what actually is the main keywords that we need to focus today. So years later, big competitors like the United and Delta tried to copy Southwest's incredible success principle. They launched their own low-cost airline named TED and Song and copied all the fun and cheap features, but both of these copycat airlines failed. So this is a very funny example. Let's understand why. They failed because they only copied what Southwest did. Nobody knew why TED or Song existed. Being authentic means that everything you say and do actually proves that you believe. You cannot just copy another person's actions and expect to earn the same trust. This is so important. And that is why actually, even though the companies which start in the beginning with a very clear cut vision, and their clarity in the why statement was very much conveyed to their audience, the next similar brand, when they come and when they just try to mimic this first player, right? Many of them actually fail. I know many examples also, such examples also in the Indian context. However, let's stick to our timeline of 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
let's, yeah. I am actually planning to complete 2 infographics today.
Yeah.
So the key clarity or the key insight from today's interpretation is clarity of why. Okay, we must clearly understand our driving purpose before we can expect anyone else to follow it. So the key lesson here is, if we want to if we want our team to follow what we say, first we need to understand that if I have the clear picture or not. That is the first thing. And if I am following that or not. So that clarity and the discipline in us actually motivates others also automatically. We need not to say, we just need to do, and that automatically translates. Next key insight from today's session is discipline. Discipline of how? And discipline is in the demonstrated as in the green layer. The blue is the clarity of, the blue is consistency of what? First we started with y, that is depicted here in the yellow color, that is clarity of y. Then discipline of how actually the things need to be, the process, we can say the process. And the process need to be followed very disciplined manner. These are the specific actions and discipline values best expressed as verbs used to bring our purpose to life. So when we follow these values as a process, as a system, then the purpose of the life also means like the why statement becomes very clear. Why is the purpose, right? And that becomes clear to everyone. Then comes the what statement. That has to be consistent also in nature. This is something we are adding one by one layer to the three core concepts that we are discussing from last couple of sessions. So why, how, and what we have deeply discussed. Now we are adding the clarity to why, discipline to the how, and consistency to the result. That is consistency to the what. Everything we say and do, our product, service, and marketing must serve as undeniable proof of what we believe. What we believe is already must and should be clear in the why statement, and that should reflect in how and what. So this is the key insight from today's discussion. Based on the Simon Sinek start with why the Golden Circle explores how true leadership and authenticity occur when, why, how, and what are in perfect balance. So it need to be in perfect balance also. It is not that the why is so important, so only someone, if someone focuses only on why, that then there will be plenty of success. No, there's not. The balance is again required. And then moving from the inside out approach also is very much required, not outside in approach. Inside out approach means the focus has to be from the why in order of how and what, followed by them. Now, before we move to the action step, let's try to reflect. So today's reflection point, the two reflection point is, are your daily habit and actions completely consistent with the values you claim to hold? So the values that we claim to hold in spirituality, that is especially in Brahma Kumari terms, Raj Yoga terms, that is called as virtues, and that is the why statement. So if it is a company, it's the vision. If it is a person or individual, then we can say that as a value system or virtue. The virtue that we hold need to be very clear, and whatever we do on a daily basis, the habits and the actions, those are the what part, need to be very much consistent. It cannot move in a separate path. So this we need to reflect today, whether there is any gap, and if there is any gap, then how we can fill it. Then the second reflective question for today is, have we ever tried to copy a successful person's method only to find it felt forced or did not work for us? Actually, this is called modeling in NLP, and this is a good method, but we need to know how we need to mirror. So we need not to copy actually. If we are copying blindly what they have done without understanding why they have done, then definitely we'll fail. And today we will reflect if we have done such, then why it has been failed, because the reason anyway we understood from the today's discussion, but we will try to personally feel it. And then the next time when we want to model someone, then our approach will be automatically aligned. So these are the two reflective questions. Okay, that is very much prominent actually. And the action steps says like the path to authenticity. Turn values into actionable verbs. How? To maintain discipline, change nouns like honesty into verb, like always tell or clearly tell. What? The fact which is undeniable, the fact or the truth. When someone always conveys as he is, then automatically that action brings the value into the picture. Need not to actually remain in the noun, which is like honesty or any kind of virtue that actually just a keyword without bringing that into our daily context. And the salary test also we can do, okay, as an action step today. So if you believe in health, you only buy celery and rice and milk. If you buy chocolate case, you are out of alignment with your why. So we need to this is something which we had discussed earlier also in one of the session. So we will not go very deep inside it. So the code for today's session is authenticity is when you say and do the things you actually believe. When there is alignment between these three, then automatically we are authentic. We need no certificate from others also. Automatically our value system actually translates. They will get the vibe automatically. So how much time we have? Okay, kind of. Actually, today's session is also very much insightful, and the reflective questions are also very much prominent for us to go deep. So is it okay to not move to another topic today? And
only one slide. When we started, because this one is last Monday, right? Why this book?
Yeah, I think yes. Today is the 8th session.
Eighth one, and we have all the recording on YouTube, right?
Yeah, everything is on YouTube.
So which particular number we are on book? I just want to mark something on book as well.
Yeah, page number.
Yeah, page number.
Today we have completed page number 32.
32. Okay. So I'll make some mark on that book as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to add anything here?
No, this is this particular slide is more on the practical, as you just mentioned. Like instead of speaking on honesty, just convert that into the verb and this thing. So that is my takeaway from today.
Yes.
All the values and this thing we need to see actually in action. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. That's what actually when we paraphrase, when we summarize, then automatically the things become a little more impactfully sit in our brain, and we will be able to reflect better. That is why I always give the opportunity to you to reflect and give at least one or two key points that's kind of a takeaway for you. Yeah.
That's why I'll check the YouTube videos and I'll put something there after reading the pages.
Yeah, that would be also good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. And let me stop the recording. And one quick thing, I will be checking with you about the Saturday session. So
yeah.
Is it good? What do you say? Give me a second. Let me post.